better you need to achieve your goals. Greetings to all Toastmaster and my dear guests. So, all my life I have been gone through is to know about myself, and which I have been doing from my first standard till nearly half of my college days. So, what I wanted to do in my life was, it was a big question, and this question nearly took me so long years, maybe some 19 to 20 years. Well, it was a time where I was born in Mumbai. My parents were shifted to Chennai. My life started in Chennai. During that time, I thought my life would be traveling from places to places. But the real thing is that I don't travel much. My life ended in Chennai eventually. And I just traveled in places where I like places like Trichy, Madurai and Dindigul. These are the three frequent places which I travel. And at the age of 8, I had a dream of becoming a doctor. But the thing is that becoming a doctor, you need to be attached to science. My attachment to science were not so good, and eventually I just studied and just came out. And maybe at 12 years of age, my dream again changed, becoming an IAS, an IPS, something like that. But still, at the end of the end of school, again, my ambition wasn't the same as others were. The only thing which gave me a guide was my parents and my mom and dad. Eventually, my best friend, who is my elder brother. My elder brother is the best friend who I used to share. And eventually, my mom and dad also don't know the secrets which my elder brother knows. Eventually, the same for him too. So this is where my relationship. Then knowing myself, I knew about him well, and then knowing himself, he knew about me well. At the end of my school days, my main aim, or my father's and my mother's main aim, to join a degree in computer science. But eventually, I did a degree. Then people did in BE. I did a degree in MSc Integrated. So after, in between, it was a really good college days, and eventually people went through well with me. My way of thoughts, my way of change actually changed throughout my life. All the way, I was the only one who was thinking what to do, and the others had settled. But at one stage, I came to one point that that something needs to be done. So I decided to get into a company, a very good company with a very good pay. Finally, after finishing my college, I didn't get placed in anything. I attended lots of interviews and didn't get selected. The selection, I just went through 1 or 2 rounds, sometimes 3 rounds. Finally, after a vigorous number of interviews which I attended a small company, I got placed. But thinking of that, I joined the company, because since time is precious, I can't waste anymore. The only thing which taught is whether it can change my life in a better way. But eventually, after a year, working for a year, I just went through it and saw that it didn't work well for me. So I started to apply for the interviews again. And again, for the 3 to 4 interviews I really attended, and it wasn't bad actually, and I got selected in 2 of the companies. In that point, what I thought was 2 things. One, the company which gave me a high pay, and a company which gave me not a bad pay but a decent pay. I thought the first point was to think whether my company will give me something which gives me a very high pay, but what would happen if the same thing happens like the previous employment which I might get for. So I decided for the second option. I also had a backup plan whether to go for masters or start an entrepreneurship dream of myself. But finally, I chose the company which gave me a less pay, because only thing is that which I want to earn is knowledge, and more time which I used to earn for getting this knowledge. So what I came to know is I joined the company, and it's been a really good, I'm being there for 11 months. It's been a great time, and great thing is that the company is growing. A part of the industry has been really enormous, and the proudest thing is my team has been really enthusiastic, and I've been a part of that company. So, and previous month I got a double pay, which was a really good thing for the performance which I had. And my dreams of becoming an entrepreneur was really my groundwork on it really became great, and the experience which I gained was a lot from that. So finally, I would like to say that whether it's time or money, just go for time and knowledge, because knowledge and time are important in your life. Then the money which you get is just the outcome of your knowledge. So thank you, friends. It's been a great opportunity.
Listen, just we all get to know about you. All the best for your Toastmaster journey. Toastmaster, give a big round of applause for Toastmaster journey in MPC. Our next speaker of today's meeting is a first-year mechanical engineering student in Anna University. Her hobbies include watching TV and listening to music. When I asked her about Be the Change, she said we shouldn't spoil the environment and we should be instrumental in changing the environment, she said. So before I call upon Toastmaster Amrita onto the stage, I request her evaluated Toastmaster Seshadri to read out the speech objectives.
Good morning to all Toastmasters and Toastmaster Amrita in particular. Welcome on board FTC. Have a nice time. I read out her objectives. The objectives is to begin speaking before an audience, to discover speaking skills you already have and skills that need some attention. You are also permitted to use notes if you want, and the time note is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best.
Toastmaster joining
Namaste and a very good morning to my fellow Toastmasters. I request you all to pay kind attention to my speech and bear with the mistakes, if any, you find in them.
Sure.
This speech is all about me and myself. My parents named me as Amrita, which means immortal. I have a sister whose name is Namrata. She's 8 years younger than me. It is only because of her that I don't feel bored at home. I love her so much that I just can't express it through words. We fight, we quarrel, and we do all craziest and possible thing in this world. I should thank my parents, because what I am today is only because of them. My mom, Uma Devi, she is working in Secretariat as Assistant Section Officer. It is always her to whom I go with problems. She is my best friend. She is the one who is happiest when I am happy and cries when I cry. She executes her role as a mother as well. But what makes me close to her, what makes me think her as my friend is that I can talk to her about anything and anyone. She listens to me, she advises me without judging me. And my father, Balakrishnan, he is a judge. He is the firm foundation in all storms of my life. He works tirelessly. He helps me in all ways. He is the one who never speaks of his problems, but listens to ours. He is matchless. He is the one I love so much, and he is the only best and wonderful person in my life. Now let me speak something about my interest. I like watching movies. I love watching movies. Even I watched movies during my 12th board examination, irrespective of the languages. I like planting saplings also. Not only because it helps us in creating a greener environment or it is good for the country, but also because watching a plant grow on a daily basis gives me a lot of pleasure. In the evenings, I used to play shuttle. I got interested in playing shuttle when I was in my 8th grade. That was because there were many sports clubs in my school and I joined this shuttle club. So I was supposed to play shuttle on a daily basis in my school. So it has gradually become my habit, and now it has actually become my interest. And generally I don't read storybooks. I hate reading storybooks because I actually read storybooks only when I feel bored or sleepy. But except one, and that is Harry Potter. Once I start reading the storybook, I won't stop until I complete reading the entire one, how much ever time it takes. It is a fiction-oriented story, and the character I love the most is Hermione Granger. That is because the author J.K. Rowling portrays her to be a brave and independent woman. And hearing music, that sounds as a great relief to me, which helped me at the time of my 12th board examination. It is the so-called stress buster for me. And now about my hometown. My hometown is Madurai. Madurai, as you all are well aware, it is famous for Meenakshi temple. It is one of the most important religious sites where tourists throng in large numbers every year. Madurai is also called as Tunga Nagaram, that is sleepless city. It's Madurai's jasmine has also got geographical indication. And presently my grandparents are there at Madurai. So I used to spend at least a week every year over there in Madurai where I have my best part of my life, because they won't scold me whatever I do. They bear with all my mistakes there. And now let me tell you something about my ambition in future. I always wanted to attain a higher position in a multinational or public sector company. I wanted to live in such a way that my parents feel proud of me, because there were many occasions in which I have felt proud of them. I know how such a feeling is, so I want them also to experience it. And attaining such a higher position is not that easy, I know that. But still, I'll work hard and I'll be committed so as to achieve the dream. And I think achieving such a position will increase my standard and quality of living in this society. I would always like to be independent. My parents tell me that the path to success is not a bed of roses. So I will work hard and I'll hopefully achieve my dream. And that's why I'm here in MTC, because I know MTC will help me in many a way to achieve my goal. Thank you.